Hello! We are back from Disney World. We had an amazing time, which means it's time to do a haul video. Right, now first of all, bit of a disclaimer here. I know it's a little bit vulgar to come on here and go, look at all these wonderful expensive things we bought on our wonderful expensive holiday, and then laugh at all you people in your hovels while we swim in money like Scrooge McDuck. That is not the intention of doing haul videos at all. And if I can do a little personal disclaimer, this 2-week holiday was for my 40th birthday, and I was given some dollars from my parents, particularly to, in their words, buy something you'll keep forever. Also, Hugh had promised that his birthday present to me would be whatever I wanted him to buy me from Disney, and those two things do make up a decent amount of money spent on myself. And then apart from that, this was a cancelled holiday from 2020. I already had my spending money loaded on the currency card in 2020, and then I've only been able to add to it since, so there was quite a lot of saving up that went into this. So let's start simple. To carry all the lovely things that I bought in my lovely shops, I bought 2 of these, which I suppose you'd call them bag for life if they said Tesco on them, but they don't say Tesco on them. They say Walt Disney World 50th anniversary on them, and that makes them so much more special. So I believe they were $2 each at the checkout when you were buying other things. And then the first thing I bought, first day in Magic Kingdom actually, was this little guy, which is an orange bird shoulder plush. I'm just a really big orange bird fan. If you don't know, he's the mascot for Sunshine Tree Terrace, but all of Disney World seems to have adopted him as a general Disney World icon. What you do is you take the little lily pad that he's sitting on, you put it inside your clothes, and then you take the plush and you sit him on the magnetic thing, and he just sits there. And so you'll see lots of people going around Disney World, hello little fella, with like Remy from Ratatouille, or with Groot on the shoulder, or a Porg on the shoulder or something. But I saw this guy and I thought I would add him to my plush collection because he's lovely. Hang on, I've missed out something else we bought the first day, and that is we bought refillable resort mugs. Now if you don't know, this is, I believe it's $19.99, but it's got a little electronic chip in it, and for 2 weeks you can just go to any soda fountain in any resort and just fill your mug up. So a couple of times a day this was getting filled up with Sprite, Coca-Cola. You can use it for hot chocolate, coffee, tea, that kind of thing. So refillable resort mug. So the first time that we went shopping and spent some money was when we went to the outlets at Vineland, where they've got the Character Warehouse, which is like a Disney Parks end of line outlet centre. And I bought 3 things. This little Steamboat Willie card wallet, you can see it's got my actual cards in there. I won't show you all the other side because it's got my driving licence in. It's still like that because I used it the whole holiday. I'd taken a small Mickey Mouse card wallet with me and the zip broke like literally on the first day. So this was a no-brainer purchase, and I love it, and it was useful, and it's just quirky design. I also bought a Toy Story t-shirt, which was $24.99, reduced from $36.99. I've got little Toy Story and Pixar icons all over it, and the reason I like it is because I do like to wear dungarees, and I find that these close pattern t-shirts just look really good under dungarees. The last thing I bought, because it was a steal, was this tote bag, which was $7.99, reduced from $24.99. Yes, I appreciate it's Halloween and it is not currently Halloween, but come the October time of the year, this will get a lot of use. Right, what shall we go on to next? Right, a couple of little sort of park extras, as it were. In Epcot, you could do a treasure hunt around World Showcase, not just World Showcase, around all of Epcot. In the flower gardens for the Flower and Garden Festival, you would have to go and find Spike the Bee, little bee, in all the gardens, see what flower he was sitting on, and then you put the relevant sticker on there, and when you took it back, you were given a prize which was this kind of cute little lunchbox. It wasn't free. It was $7.99 for this, and then you could go back and get that. They were saying to people when they bought this, do you want to redeem your prize now? So I don't think the treasure trail was technically necessary. However, we had a brilliant time doing that. It took us over about 3 days of going to Epcot. We would keep looking, keep them in our bags. It really kept you engaged in the park, particularly because we had Bonnie with us, who's 7. Me and Bonnie got one each because we saw what the prize was. And we also thought it would keep us both kind of working as a team if we had one each. And that meant that we got 2 of these little lunch boxes. But I think that they are a good $7.99 in dollars anyway. And the whole activity was fantastic. So we've got Spike DB. They didn't have an orange bird one left, which I was grumpy about, and a garden Mickey. The other option was a Figment lunchbox. We also got, if I'm being park specific, the Arabesh Coke bottles. This is literally just a Coke bottle. It had Coke in it. We had a special request from Chris, our podcast co-host, that he wanted one, so I got one for him. And then I was just stuck thirsty in Galaxy's Edge another day, so I got one for myself as well. It was $6 for a Coke. It is $4 for a Coke elsewhere in Disney World, which is too expensive. I'm aware of that. This was even more expensive, but you got the quirky bottle, and I'm just going to keep it as a souvenir. There's a memory there. That's what's important. Also, we attended a Moonlight Magic event, which is a DVC only after hours event, and included in the price for your ticket was a commemorative popcorn bucket. I'll be honest, I considered not claiming this, or maybe just leaving it there because it's big and it's bulky, but it's exclusive, and I thought, hey, why not? That can catch dust in our cupboard until I eventually have a declutter and chuck it out anyway. Can you hear the ice cream van? We've had plenty of ice cream this fortnight. I'm not getting any more. Right, let's go on to clothing then. I had pre-decided in my saving up that I mentioned earlier that I was going to set aside some money for a Spirit jersey, and I was going to set aside some money for a Loungefly. Spoiler alert, I didn't buy a Loungefly. I'd had my eye on a couple online that I'd seen people getting. One was a DVC member exclusive. I'll get onto that in a second. And then there was just a couple of other quirky ones I thought maybe. When I got there, I love all Loungeflies. I love them. But in order for me to spend that much money on what is a handbag, I have to find something that's really speaks to me and that fulfills a few of my criteria. And there was nothing in any of the parks that really made me think I could justify spending $84 on that. So even though I had the money for a Loungefly, I didn't buy one. However, Spirit jerseys are a different matter. Now I'm going to show you 3, but only 2 of them are for me. Somebody I know, they said, when you're over there, can you buy me a Spirit jersey? Don't care which, I'll let you choose. So I've got 2 here, and one is for me and one is for that person. I'm going to let them decide which one they want, and I'll have the other one because they're both size small adult. So the first one is purple with the iridescent Walt Disney World 50th logo on the front, and then the iridescent Walt Disney World on the back. And that one was $84.99. So that might be for the mystery person who's sending me on shopping sprees. The other one is kind of ombre coral to peach, with quite simply the white Walt Disney World on the front and the white Walt Disney World on the back. I would be happy with either of these. I'll be honest, I do have a preference as to which one I want, but in case that person watches this video, I'm just going to leave you to imagine which one I prefer and which one I would like to give away. Hugh was going to let me choose things for my birthday. We'd imagined I would probably want a Disney dress shop dress. I have 2 already. I've got the Orange Bird one and the Tiki Room one, and they are 2 of my favourite items of clothing I have ever owned. I love them. But it's because they're in this lovely 50s fit. They're very comfortable. They've got soft fabric. And when we got over there, I don't know what's happened to Dress Shop, but they're all over the place. They've got bodycon things going on. They've got kind of like wide sleeve, no waist things going on. I didn't like them. So he very kindly bought me a Spirit jersey for my birthday. The one I chose to get from Hugh was this retro Disney Vacation Club member one. I really, really, really love this line of things, because there's more than just this. I love the this kind of turquoise and then autumn colour combination on the back. Just really appeals to me. With that in mind, I'm going to talk again about the Loungeflys. The Loungefly I had my heart set on was in this range. So it was, well, it was in that range. That's all you need to know. It had the 3 stripes in the brown, the orange and the turquoise going across it. It was this pale yellow colour. It said DVC member on. It was going to be sort of a parks exclusive. It was my first trip as a DVC member, so I was like quite excited to wear the colours for that. And it was just nowhere to be found. We looked everywhere. We asked cast members. I asked online. It had sold out. But I did get the pin that goes with it. Now this is going to be a challenge for my autofocus. Couple more items of clothing. I got this from the Mexico Pavilion. You know when you do that thing where you see something and you like it and you think, oh, I don't know if I like it enough. If I'm still thinking about it in 3 days, I'll go back and get it. Well, this was that item. Mexican sort of gypsy blouse, but it's got little hidden Mickeys on. So that was $36.99. I absolutely love it because it's that right level of Disney for me. I'd love to wear Disney every day, but I also don't necessarily need cartoon characters emblazoned all over me. So I like it when they can do little subtle nods. 2 more items of clothing, both for work. The first one is an Epcot t-shirt. Lovely bright colours, lovely bright logo. And I'd already thought, oh, I like that, but I'm not really in the market for more t-shirts to wear to work. But then when I picked it up, I realised it had these kind of batwing sleeves, which I just think are so lovely and flattering. It was the final day. I had some money left on my spending card and I was feeling a little bit plush. So I treated myself to that Epcot t-shirt. And the last thing is, again, I've gone on the channel at length about why I love spirit jerseys so much. And it's because I work in sports and leisure and I'm a dance teacher and I teach Zumba and stuff like that. If you can have a sweater that's thick enough to put on over t-shirts to keep you warm in between classes, but then not really, really thick to actually make you hot and sweaty, that kind of right level. Now that's not only spirit jerseys, that is most jumpers that they sell in Florida because it's so hot over there. Jumpers aren't jumpers the way jumpers are jumpers in Yorkshire. So I found a really lovely jumper. I've said jumper a lot recently, haven't I? I found a really lovely jumper that I liked the colours, I liked how vivid it was, and it was for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. We did a little bit of a review on our live stream of this ride, so I'm not going to go into what I thought of it, but I was happy to buy the jumper, and I'll be wearing that to work next week. Boom! Right, I'm not sure if this class is clothing or not, but I'm going to mention it now. I, as you know, I'm a huge Small World fan. Huge. There's not enough Small World merchandise out there for me, but I did see these Small World socks. And not only am I a Small World fan, but I get extremely cold feet all the time. And I was there in Florida in hotel rooms with the AC blowing. Hadn't really taken any socks with me because I was only wearing flip-flops and sandals and Crocs for the whole time. And I found that my toes were going white and horrible. So I nipped down to the gift shop and I got myself some Small World socks. Let's go on to gifts I got for other people. I've shown you the spirit jersey that may or may not be for someone else. And then that just brings on to my parents, because they're so wonderful to me. I got them some Wonderland tea, and also I got a silhouette done of Bonnie. Now the thing is, I had one of these, me and my brother had these done when we were in France, when we were about 7 and 9, and they are framed and on my parents' wall. So when I saw there was a guy doing them, I had to jump on the chance to get one done of Bonnie because it'll make a nice trio on my parents' wall. So that was $10, that's all. And how good is it? And they did it on Main Street, just outside the jewellery shop on Main Street, between the Disney Clothiers and jewellery shop. I've also got a pack of these chocolate bars. Now these were $15.99 for all those 5, but I'm going to break them up and give them to individual people. Now let's look at gifts for me. So I did get more gifts. You've seen the spirit jersey that was from Hugh. Bonnie saw this and asked if she could get me it. She knows I'm a pin collector. Birthday pin there for my 40th. Thank you so much, Bonnie. What a sweet thought. We'd been going around. I'm not a big ears person. I love the way they look at them. I love other people wearing them, but they nip me and bother me a little bit behind my ears, so I don't wear them in the parks generally. But I had really enthused about these that I saw in Norway the first day that we were in World Showcase. So Hugh, being the little sweetie that he is, he ran back and got me them as part of my birthday present, because they go so nicely with my orange bird dress shop dress. And I did wear them a couple of times during the holiday with that dress, and I'm just pleased as punch. They're gorgeous. Look at the detail up there. And then the last thing that Hugh and Bonnie got me, apart from just love and happiness, which I get every day, this Walt Disney lunchbox handbag. So it's Country Bears on one side. I love the Country Bears. They're so weird. What are they doing in Disney World? They're amazing. Donald, Mickey and Pluto and the monorail and the castle and everything else on that side. It can be a lunchbox carry handbag, or it has also got a strap, so I really look forward to using that. I deliberately didn't use it in Disney World because there was a lot of people using the same thing. I think here it'll be a bit more unique, so I'm looking forward to cracking that one out. Right, let's talk pins for a moment. Do you know, this seems so much when I start going through it. Over 2 weeks, you don't feel like you're buying that much, but it adds up. With pins, I am a pin collector, but I'm not just a random pin collector. Every pin I buy will be attached to some sort of memory. So I will always buy them when we stay in a new hotel. I will always buy them when we go to a new sort of festival. I'll always get the one with the year that we're there on, that kind of thing. Just so it's kind of like a scrapbook of our Disney trips. So let's start with the hotel ones then. I already have a Polynesian. When we went for our 10th wedding anniversary, we had dinner at Ohana and I wanted to remember that, so I got you see, it works. So I got the Polynesian pin then. Then we stayed at Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary. This is going to be too much of a challenge for my autofocus, I can tell. So that's the Contemporary pin. I wish that had been a bit more iconic, that it had the monorail and the triangle and all that kind of thing on, but for some reason it's got Mickey in bathing shorts on it. Don't get it. We then stayed at Saratoga Springs. That makes a little bit more sense with the horse and carriage kind of theme going on. Are we focusing here? And lastly, we stayed at Beach Club. I think of the 3 resort ones I got, that's my favourite of this one, Beach Club. Mickey having a little chillax. I got one for the Flower and Garden Festival, and it's so small where it says 2022, but it does say 2022 on there because we also have the 2019 Flower and Garden Festival one. And I haven't been saying how much these are. I just mention it because I think this was a rip-off. This is classed as limited release, although trust me, we were there on the last day of the festival and there was hundreds of them, so it's not that limited release. It'll be in the outlet before you know it, and that one was $17.99, and I feel a bit cornered into getting that. Most of the other ones are all the resort ones are $9.99. This is the one I got for the 50th. There were tons that said 50th on. This isn't one of the more traditional ones, but that's why I got it, because I do like Chip and Dale. And just looking at my lamp, I've often gone for the Chip and Dale options, like my 2021 Disneyland Paris one is a Chip and Dale, my 2020 one's a Chip and Dale. So I'm happy with that choice. I didn't then get another one that said 2022. I thought having the 50th anniversary one was enough for me to remember which year I went. If not, I shouldn't be able to call myself a Disney fan, should I? 2 things that were big firsts for us. First of all, it was the first time that we went to Galaxy's Edge, Black Spire Outpost, Star Wars Land, whatever you want to call it, Batuu. I got this, but I actually got it at the outlets. So this was, it should have been $9.99, but it was like, I think it was $2.49, and I would have got one anyway. And then I also got Xandar World Show, because we were there during the opening of Cosmic Rewind in Epcot, which was quite a big deal. So I got a Xandar pin. I don't think that's ever going to be my favourite pin. I think it's quite an ugly thing, to be honest. But it was all the others were just Guardians of the Galaxy pins that weren't specific to that ride. The only ones that were specific to the ride were pass holder exclusives. I think that's a little bit naughty, Disney, if I'm honest. But this one is Xandar, the Otherworld Showcase. And it's a definite important memory for my Disney Travels scrapbook. So I kind of felt I had to get that. And I believe I already showed you the pin that goes with the Disney Vacation Club. And that was because it was our first trip as DVC members. So that needed to enter itself into the scrapbook. I'm getting to the end here. My goodness, this has been epic. My parents, as I've already mentioned, gave me some dollars to spend on myself, and they did say something that you'll keep forever. Now, maybe the first thing I bought with it doesn't fit that bill, but the second one definitely does. So first thing I bought was a book, Women of Walt Disney Imagineering, and that was $30, I do believe. So I'm really pleased with this purchase. I fully intend to start reading it this evening in the bath. It's of a size that you can hold to read, which I'm so glad about, because so many of my Disney books that I buy are really coffee table books, so I never get to read them the way I would like to read them. And then the last thing, which is the most special thing I bought, was I'm going to get something white to put behind it. Right, this isn't cool because it's just got a cotton wool pad sitting behind it, but it is from Disney Jewelers. It's a rose gold and with black gems necklace. So that is everything from me. I hope you've enjoyed watching my little treasure trove, and now we've got some extra features from Hugh and Bonnie.
Hi pals! Now I don't tend to buy too much while we're away, but I have got a few things. Plus I also acquired a few extra items, like a bajillion Disney park bags, and this Gideon's Bakehouse bag, which we thought was rather nice, so let's take it home. I did buy this in the outlet shop. It's a Pizza Planet shirt, as you can see. I originally got an extra small, then I went outside and tried it on in some toilets, and it was, I was kidding myself, so I went back and got just a small. Then when I got home, I was disappointed to find that there are a couple of odd marks on it. I don't know what they are, but they're not deal breakers. They actually look worse on video than they do in real life. And here's something else that I would have got from that same shop, but our friend Susie picked this up for me, and it's this Walt Disney shirt, which is kind of cool. I saw a couple of people wearing this. I actually saw quite a few people wearing the Pizza Planet one as well. So that was that. This is my refillable mug. Mickey and Minnie there in the park. There's something inside here actually. Oh, more plastic bags. Right, also at the character outlet, I bought a train whistle. Can't remember why, I thought it would come in handy on the show. I think it was about $8. This shirt was a thing, there's always something on a trip that I think about. I see it and I think about it. I saw so many people wearing it that it almost put me off buying it. So we got an orange bird shirt here. I bought it on the last day. The Creations shop in Epcot had run out of them. So I was starting to get a bit worried, but I found one Shopping World Showcase. Plus, Disney had just emailed me a $25 gift card. I've no idea why, but it went on this. So this would have been $60 altogether, but I got 25 off it, so that's not bad. There you go. Our friend Susie, who I mentioned before, she actually tasked me with getting a couple of things. One was this 50th anniversary retro style folded map that she's probably going to display on the wall or something. She'd also asked me for a magnet. Now I just got a reminder in my phone that said Susie 50th magnet, I think. So I had to message her and just say, I've got a reminder in my phone, what was it again? And she said 50th, has to have the castle on it. I spent ages looking for this. I finally found it in the World of Disney in Disney Springs. And I said to Lucy as we went in there, if anywhere's going to have this thing, it's going to be here. And I finally found one, and that's exactly what she asked for. Also picked up some mints. Then not for anyone in particular, maybe a gift or a giveaway as part of the show. Some more gifts here, just, you know, cute little things. Gummy Disney characters. One of them sugar-free, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's one that I put back. Yeah. Give those to the kids. I even kept the blue and green milk cups. I've got 3, one for each of us to have on the show. I just thought that if we recreate it in some way, it would be nice to have it in an official cup. And they look better in this kind of frosted plastic glass. So picked up those, scuffled them away in the suitcase. Right, this is what Lucy got me from Olga's Cantina for my 40th birthday present. So even though I was 40 last year, she'd planned on getting me this. I can't even remember what drink was in it, but yeah, it's an Endor, like, almost tiki-like, it's a ceramic cup. So it's pretty hefty, could really do some damage with that. Yeah, look, it's got a Battle of Endor commemorated on here, with the Ewoks celebrating. I haven't really properly looked at this yet. So I'll enjoy that as part of the tiki cup section on the show. Another cup I got, I've been wanting this for 3 years, and I went up to the counter and got it in the World Showcase, and I said, I've been waiting 3 years for this, and they went, oh wow, 3 years, and then I went, yeah, and then I screamed, 3 years, and kind of freaked them out a bit, but he is going to sit just happily with my Orange Bird sipper. Look at them. Aww. Now, here's a few things I took from the hotel, which I think is perfectly acceptable. A lot of the bottles now are in these sort of holsters, so you can't get at the products. But these ones were just loose, so I've got one of each, and also a couple of soaps, because, you know, why not? And the last thing is I also took a bunch of the coffees. I did have a decaf coffee while I was there. I got these Joffrey's coffees, and these quite nice 50th anniversary ones as well. I'm not sure what to do with these. Gifts, giveaways. I know this might be blasphemy, but I might sprinkle some in the garden, because cats really hate the smell of coffee, and cats have been pooing in our garden, so maybe some of it will just get wasted on that. Well, not wasted to me, but I know coffee lovers would think that was an awful thing to do. So yeah, I've got a bunch of those. I might have this decaf one. Maybe I'll have that myself. So yeah, I think that's everything from me. So thanks for watching, and see you soon, pals.
If you've got any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below. I have vlogged quite a lot during this trip. It's going to take me a lot of editing. So if you want to watch those, like and subscribe to this channel, and you'll be notified as soon as I put these Disney World vlogs up. I also have plenty of Disneyland Paris content already on the channel and coming up, and make sure you check out our podcast, the Disneyland Paris Show. For now, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.